So we're just doing a little tour of the back end of Mount Magnet. The sign for Sandstone. Sandstone's 150 along this road, and it's sort of like almost full circle for me, because I was here, as I say, probably 6 to 8 weeks ago. I can't remember exactly what it was, probably close to 6 weeks, or maybe 7. But here we are heading towards Sandstone, but I have no idea right now where we're going to end up. And as I say, this is a magical mystery tour anyway, certainly for me. And it's very enjoyable, thoroughly enjoyable. There's a wedge-tailed eagle over here, eating roadkill.
Right there, Dougie.
Beautiful. I put the GoPro on it before when Jared said. Now we're heading towards our camp spot. Don't appear to have water on the road here for a while, with the amount of dust that Merv's throwing up there. Although there is water at the side of the road, in the drains. Oh yeah. Like it. This is a busy road. Oh, maybe the grader. This might be the grader. Yep. Good job, mate. Good job. Keep going.
First out.
This is actually You and Me Road, which is familiar because I passed this earlier. We're 93 k's out of Mount Magnet. We're still on the You and Me Road, and it's 10 to 4. The sun is going down. Look at that beautiful colour. And this road is in pretty good nick. Smooth, man, smooth. Okay, well, here we are. Camp number 4 for me, I think. Camp number 3 for you blokes, isn't it?
Yeah, 3.
3.
Number 3.
Because I started the day earlier.
Where are we?
The beast is showing signs of travel.
Yeah. As you can see, we picked up a bit of mud on this trip, like a lot, but hey, that's what power washers are for. But here's where we've been camped today, last night, on the You and Me road. Another beautiful day, and we'll be leaving shortly. Right, we're on the road, 9:30, and we're heading down down You and Me. We'll cross over the Paynes Fine Sandstone Road, which is the road I was on about 6 or 8 weeks ago, and then we'll continue on this road down towards Lake Barlee, I believe. I had to get up this morning and actually readjust my rooftop tent, because it has a tendency on quite bumpy roads to actually creep forward and rest against the pack rack that's on the front of the car. I think I alluded to that on a previous video and showed how it was happening. So it's still happening, and it doesn't seem to be going away, that no matter how much I tighten those bolts. So I might have to actually start thinking seriously about perhaps changing this tent again. Like I found a few weeks ago, this is a really good road too, and it's where we were camped during the night. There were trucks coming up and down, not all night, but they were trundling up and down this particular road, like road trains. And then this morning we did see a guy driving, and it looked like he had a tanker on the back and it was spraying, and Merv couldn't work out where, maybe left the tap on because he was spraying the road with water, probably to keep the dust down. Anyway, it's nice and smooth. Beautiful. Oh, mining vehicle flying around there. Obviously not expecting 3 other vehicles to be coming the other way. I just realised that all the bouncing around, poor Ted here, he was relegated to the driver's side. I just realised he was tucked behind the reversing camera screen. Poor Ted. Pushed out of his usual position so as he can watch me driving. I don't think anybody's ever asked the story about the old Teddy here, or Tiger. And the story is, I was walking the dog one day around the Anzac Peace Park in Albany, and there was a young mother with a little baby and thing in the pram, and I went one way, they went the other. And when I came back to sort of the starting point where I'd sort of first encountered them, this little Teddy, this Tiger, was sitting quite forlornly on the footpath. And I picked him up and I thought, right, little lady, the little mother with the baby, I thought, well, I walk the dog here every day. So I put it in the car, and it's been in the car ever since. And I've never seen the lady again. So he's now been virtually around Australia a number of times. So, and he's on YouTube. 90-degree bend. This is the Paynes Fine Sandstone Road intersection at T junction here, and I think we're just going straight over. This is the road I came down
Can you get past that fucking sign there? Yeah, I gotta. Maybe shows it's going slightly up to the left. I think we just go straight on, don't we? Yeah, that'll get us there.
Now we're going back off the main roads and we're on.
Certainly nothing left of you and me. Oh, I think that's a little bit down here.
Apparently we can follow this track all the way down past Lake Barlee, down towards another one called the Diamel, I think, and then on to Bullfinch. So I think I'm just going from memory here because I didn't look at the map this morning, and I think there's about 66 k's from that particular intersection there to the next place, Lake Barlee, and then about another 90 or something down Diamel.
So that sign there, Joe, apart from no shooting.
I'm slowing down. I don't see him in my rear view mirror, Merv.
Yeah, I was just waiting to get to the sign and just the usual stuff about active mining zone and
Then we come onto another track. Here's a sign. Is there a sign? No, it's just a warning thing that you're turning again. That's a little deviation. What does this sign say? You and me Shire. Mine. You and me, mine. And you and me Village 1, Lake Barlee this way. Hey, at least we know we're on the right road.
Part of Diamond's on the sign there.
Diamonds, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. You and me Village, 1 kilometre.
What does this sign say? You and me Village, authorised personnel only. You and me joint active mining venture. And squiggly men for the next 1k. Effectively, I'm now in between the two roads that I came up 6 or 8 weeks ago. Over to the left would probably be, way over, would be the, what's it called? Menzies Sandstone Road. And then we just crossed over the Sandstone Paynesville Road. And this is the country in between. And I'd seen these signs on the way up and the way back down to these various places. So it's interesting to actually cut across country and see the country there, and see what the country's like. cabin is always very hot, but I'll tell you what, today, it's quite cool in this cab. I'm singing along here at 2,000 revs, doing about 85. 78 indicated by the GPS, of course, because there's always an error. And the road is as smooth as a baby's bottom. As I always say in my videos, if it's too much road for you, turn the bloody thing off. Don't watch it. I'm not forcing you. But I will watch it. And I'll watch it quite often because I just love this country and I love these country roads. Now, a lot of you ask me how the beast is going after I put up a series of videos. I can tell you on this trip, the beast is doing exceptionally well. I'm very proud of him. And I'm really throwing a lot of dirt and muck and shit on him. And he's taking it like a real trooper. But I think as a reward, when I get back, eventually, probably when I get back from Vietnam, I will put him into the doctors at Repco, and I might get them to check the brake pads again. I replaced them some time ago, but I noticed yesterday when I put my foot on the brake it was getting a little bit down, the pedal, and he'll certainly get a new drink of oil and filters and all the rest of that stuff. And I'll give him a damn good power wash, and then I might even give him a little bit of a polish. And then we'll put the cover on him until the next trip. But he's really doing well, in good health, tootling along here. We're only doing 1800 revs now because Merv in front is just cruising along. I'm doing an indicated 72 kilometres per hour. On this smooth as a baby's bottom road. And behind me is Jared. He's got his lights on, I see. And we're all just tootling along. Happy as pigs in the proverbial. Now, for those of you who are YouTubers and you watch some of this stuff, Merv in front there, Merv put up a video, I think he said about 9 or 11 years ago, whatever, and it's had nearly 1 million views, and it's called Auto Steer. Merv French Auto Steer. Search for that on YouTube and it should come up, and it's quite a funny, a very short video, but it's quite a funny one of Merv when he was doing some seeding in one of those big tractors. It's very enjoyable to watch. So if you get a chance, remember that. Auto Steer, Merv French. We're going to test the depth of the well, I think. Is that a deep one, Merv?
It is a deep one. Good job, man.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, everybody's doing it.
Yeah. Count how many seconds we go.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Set, go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Still going. The side there, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So what do we reckon?
Well, it's bone dry.
It's bone dry.
Now, get a shush. Three seconds. 3 seconds.
1 minute now, the way we run
How
for
deep
it.
is 3 seconds?
No, I don't know.
And you're going to have a look down.
Oh, what is all that waste of time at school?
Oh, it's algebra.
It's not algebra. It's bloody. What about it's
Yeah.
who dropped the bloody?
Yeah, one of
Ooh.
the deepest is one another, the others don't. On the other side.
Yards around here.
Yeah.
You can have a cup of tea while we're here.
Why not?
Cup of tea time, yeah.
See,
Who's going to make cheese scone?
You're right.
see, Doug. This is the big set of yards around there. See,
Yeah.
you can see the outside of the yards.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
old
yeah.
posts and that going right around here.
Uh-huh.
And then here, you'll see where this rock is like a little ramp.
Yep.
And there's a trough behind it with water.
So the idea is the sheep at the time, the livestock, be out in the bush. So they come into here, and to get the water they have to go up that ramp, jump in and have the water, and then they're trapped in the yards, and then they come and collect them and take them away, and that's how they
Okay.
get the sheep, because they can't muster out in the bush.
No, okay. How interesting. Now there you go, folks. That's an expert testimony. From an expert. Thank you, Merv. Now for particularly you over there in California, Francisco, this is how we do it here in Australia. This is the old time way. You boil a billy. And that down there, you got your campfire, and that's what we in Australia call a billy. Right, not a billy goat, a billy. And these two gentlemen here are experts at boiling billies. Okay, well, while the boys are boiling the billy, of course, I've got my thermos because I come prepared. I have a thermos. And there's Frick, Frick is over from New Zealand on holiday, and he's taken video. So he will be eagerly awaiting the premiere on YouTube. And anyway, for want of context, so that I know where I am in the editing, we're on the You and Me Lake Barlee Road.
Okay, we've had morning tea at that nice little well, and there goes Jared. He's driving. I'll let Merv go, and I'll go third. Alright, I'll go. I think Merv had to go do a U-turn or something. Anyway, he'll be there. A little bit of a squiggly wiggly around that well there. There's another well off to the left. Or a windmill, remnants of a windmill. Coming up, one is a yellow sign, so that's probably road trains, but there's a blue one behind. Let's have a look and see what that says. Road train route coming, and this is probably pointing to another mine site perhaps. Mine site. Penny mine site. Ooh. Been a bit muddy there. Floodplain, floodway. As we're heading south, that the clouds are starting to appear. I'm actually surprised at how good this road is. I sort of, you know, when you see some of these roads marked on a map, and you think, oh yeah, that could be a bit dicey. But this is absolutely brilliant. It's, you know, and I mean, obviously it's because of the mining that put them in there, because they've got to get whatever it is they're mining out of the place and get it to somewhere. But this is remarkable. I sort of had visions that this was going to be a muddy, sandy, bloody yuck track, but it's absolutely wonderful. There's a lot of water lying there at the side of the road. That's obviously from a few weeks ago. But, you know, the road is pretty good.
softer back there. More cloud cover now, you'll notice. Ah! Puddle now. Dirty windscreen. Yep, merged through okay. That's what I thought we would actually encounter on this road. But that's the first one that's right across the actual road. There's been cattle on here. I see cattle shit. Fresh, I think. Now we could be in for some interesting country. This is actually Lake Barlee, showing up on my navman as a water crossing.
I was a bit concerned about this Lake Barlee here, but I thought given the rain, that we might have to turn around, but it looks like we're going through.
I was just thinking the same thing, and I've got it on my navman as showing as a big stretch of water.
That's right. Well, if it's a lake, they all show blue, don't they?
Yeah, it was the thing that concerned me, and it's funny enough, I just said it earlier on the commentary on the video. I was really surprised that that was the very first water that we'd actually come across right virtually over the whole road. So this could well have been filled with water had there been even more rain. Wouldn't want to drive over there to the right. Now we're getting to higher ground. Where's Merv? Oh yeah, there he is, he's in my rear view. There still is water over to the left in Lake Barlee. You can see it in the distance. I don't know whether this GoPro probably isn't showing it up, but there's definitely fair bit of water in patches. This could get a bit soft. Sort of on the lake bed. Now you might be able to make out the water in the distance over there. We seem to be skirting the higher ground. Substantial body of water if it was full, and I think it could, if it was full, it could truly be called a lake. Lake Barlee. Wow, it's big. You could probably water ski out there. I'll watch Jared go through. Yep, okay, that's fine. Not that there was any worry there, but another little sloppy bit, and there's another one coming up after that. This is probably just the remnants of, obviously there would have been a lot of flooding along these roads during those rains. Oh, here's a good one. None of us are in, I'm not in four-wheel drive anyway, but it's not necessary. It's only really, I found the other day, if being in four-wheel drive, that the front wheels are actually give you an amount of, or an element of steering, which you don't get if you go through those without four-wheel drive and suddenly your steering just aquaplanes. I'm just following Jared anyway in his tracks, and a nasty little one. More water coming up. water per se behind, because there is no more blue showing on either of my GPSs. So that was obviously Lake Barlee. There may be a couple of puddles down the road, but who knows. And now, having left Lake Barlee, you'll notice how the country has changed back to the scrublands and low bushes. When was Noah wash away as bad when my fuse box lid falls out? And it happened a couple of Ks back there when we come over a couple of little ones, and they were just little corrugations, bang, 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 and my fuse box lid, the cover, fell off onto my foot. Anyway, I've put it back there. To go, a sign. Show me a sign. Right. Well, here you go. It says, oh, there's water ahead too. Dimal's station, no shooting. Welcome to the Shire of Menzies. Now, which way is Jared going to go through? Let me, well, he's going to go off to the edge. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. Goody goody. Dimal station. Looks like we're going to pull up.
Hello? I'll just check that wire.
Wire, I will.
Before Merv gets here.
Yep, I'll get it. Yeah. Got it? He's got a reputation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We just had a bit of wire, and Merv is notorious for picking up wire. There he goes. Ooh, that's a bit rough. Now I'm following Merv's tracks, because he passed when we stopped to get that wire. So I'm now piggy in the middle again, but following Merv. This one looks a bit sloppy, and I'm not in four-wheel drive, and I tell you what, if we can't start coming across these, I'm going into four-wheel drive. I'm just watching in my rear view mirror to see what Dave and Jerry are going to do. Yeah, they're throwing it. Bugger it, I'm going four-wheel drive. I don't like this soft shit. Discretion is the better part of valour, has been my mantra. When in doubt, put it in four-wheel drive. There's an awful lot of water at the side of this road on the right-hand side. it's hard to see some of the surface ahead. He's about a kilometre behind us now. He actually was coming up when I was putting my thing into four-wheel drive, and I think he slowed down to let me do that. So now I've caught up, and here we go. Well, we've got another tourist attraction here. Some old yards. Look at this. Oh yeah. I think he stopped to get the picture for Frick. No, it's a homestead. I think there's been an old homestead here. We've stopped at the old Dimel shearing sheds apparently. And over there are some cattle yards in the distance. Pretty old ones by the look of them. This is the remainder apparently of the old shearing quarters or shearing shed. It would have been a shearing shed I think because the yard's behind it. Sorry about the wind noise, I forgot to put my microphone with its sock on.
Wired together, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what he reckoned fucking that Morton was pinching up here.
Shot him there, didn't he?
Hey?
Shot him there, didn't he? Or shot him somewhere?
Shot his tyres and put a bullet through the front of the fender and his tyres. Yeah. He reckoned he was pinching stuff here. But he's pulling sandalwood on Donald's too here.
Right. But you still see a bit of wood in the old shearing board.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame we didn't see it when it was going.
Tin was on the roof last time I come here.
Yeah.
That's where they would have shorn the sheep.
yeah.
And on the left-hand side, that's the catching pens where they went in and caught the sheep,
Yeah.
brought them out and shore them. And if you see on the posts over here, you can see the old bolts on the posts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's where the shearing plant would have been hanging.
Okay,
And then out the back, the let-out pens. After they were shorn, they go out the back into those pens.
okay.
And then they pick up the wool, bring it around, and we're standing in the wool room.
The which?
The wool room.
Wool room. Oh.
All the wool would have been sorted and everything here, and
Okay.
they're wool bins.
How old would this be?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't even have a guess.
Wow.
Look at all, it's all wired together.
I know, I was looking at that. They utilised everything, look, the tree there, tree stump. Utilised everything. So the sheep would have come up here, one way, come up around the corner where Merv showed us, in there, get shorn of their coat, let out again and probably down that race and back down that far one, back out into the paddocks. Look at that, yeah? There you are, the sheep are going up there. And that's another one probably the other end where Jerry is. Put them one way or the other. Yeah, up you go sheep. And here's these old cattle yards. Once again wired together, utilising all the materials available in the bush. An old water tank. As you can see, there's a dam here too.
Yeah, all the gear's there, but they've cut the line to the submersible.
Amazing. There's another oh, this is part of the yards, the holding yards. So there's the old cattle yards there, Merv standing in there. Better watch my feet.
The amount of wire used.
Yeah.
Everything had to be cut by hand. A lot of work.
Right, well I've got all the footage of those, the old sheep shed on the Canon camera. So I'll have to edit that in. And now we're just leaving that place. That was so interesting. Old sheep shearing shed and cattle yards and things, all built by hand using the materials that were available. Whew. And I was talking earlier about how it was cold and this cap wasn't very warm. Well, it's warm now. Whew. That was really good. I enjoyed that bit. Geez, I'm having a ball, guys, when you watch this video. Thank you very much, you blokes, for inviting me to come along on this trip. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope I do it justice with the video. It's amazing to think that I actually travelled in this area, you know, a few weeks ago, as I keep saying, and
You know, when we went to McPherson's house, we must have come up this way, didn't we? I was just thinking about seeing that shearing shed. I don't remember we stopped there at the time, but maybe we did, or we didn't go this way. Yeah, we came up this way. I didn't notice it. We must have been bloody cruising along, yapping or something, and we noticed it because I was looking out for it, and for some reason. You know, I don't remember us stopping there after we left the house. No. I wanted to stop there because I've, you know, after his stories about his shooting the port and the car up, I wanted to see the scene of the crime, but I must have been distracted or, you know, whatever, and we whistled past it. Probably wasn't so obvious coming up the other way, you know, what I mean.
yeah, so as I was saying there before, the two guys were having a conversation over the two-way, and I was in this area, and I passed them, I saw the names, but wouldn't have known that this stuff was here. And then I listened to that little snippet of conversation between Merv and Jared, and you know, they were saying they must have passed this before, but they'd never stopped there either. So anyway, guys, I've got it on video now, so there's a record for you. You can have a look at it. There's either been some weather come through at some stage, or there's been a termite infestation, because a lot of these trees and things have obviously been blown over, probably rotted anyway. This is really nice through here, actually. I mean, I know it's scrubby, shitty looking country, but there's something about it that just is attractive, like typical WA bush. This is beautiful. See the tree at the side of the road here. Oh shit. I'm busy pointing and nearly ran into the bloody thing. What an idiot. Well, I haven't said that about the wind. When I think about it, when we look at that, those shearing quarters, I think I heard Merv say that, you know, at one stage that it would have been, or somebody happened to mention that they must have seen it before, because the roof was still on it, and the roof had obviously fallen down, but that would have to be wind that would have removed a lot of the iron off that roof, and it would have to be fairly strong wind to blow through. Anyway, I mean, shit, they had a cyclone in WA not that many years ago. I remember when I was heading up north, and a cyclone, I can't remember the name of the thing, but it did a lot of damage, and on that trip that I was on, going through similar areas. Well, I think I know what I'll be doing at the weekend, and that's getting the power washer out and trying to wash the underside of the beast. As we keep coming through these little areas where it's obviously wet and it's kicking up all sorts of shit underneath. I can hear it, and it goes on long after you've passed through them. Like the wheels are throwing bits and pieces up onto the underside of the car. And it's obviously some of it's going to stick. I'll have to put it up on the ramps. Get the power washer in, the karcher out. Give it a karchering. Right, so here's a recap just for my editing purposes. We're still on the Lake Barlee You and Me road, and we have passed through Dimells, and I'm not sure what the next point of interest might be. Either it be a township, not a township, but an old settlement or something. But anyway, we're still on it, and I can't remember now from this morning how far it might have been from Dimells. I know the road, I think, ends in Bullfinch, but I can't remember how many. I think it may have been about 99 from Dimells. So we would have a fair bit to go yet, I'd say, on this road. I was going to say, Merv spotted something, and it's a big puddle. Look at this. Oh, yeah, mate. Oh, listen to that shit getting up under my chassis. Shit under chassis. I've never seen this effect before. All this little brown spots. I've never seen that before. I don't know what it was, but we just came through a whole area of it. Looked like, for want of a better word, that things on that little tiger, the same sort of coloration. There it is. Look, on the side of the road there's like little mounds. It's probably insects building little mounds, and it's a different coloured sand to what's on the road, but there was just so many of them. It's amazing. Just turned off that main road, and we're coming down this little road, because Merv thinks it could be this place, actual Dimells, which I think was
a bit of a group here.
an old town site. Oh yeah, and there's people here.
Not alone, but we'll pull up here, they might be moving. What's that, mate? A couple other jokers here, a couple other cars, they might be moving on. They're just having a bit of a look around as well. But we'll pull up here.
We're having lunch. I think they're having lunch too. Well, sadly, this is where we have to part company on this particular trick. The boys are going to head on another track and they're heading back to Perth tomorrow. I'm actually going to head south. I've got 2 days ahead of me as well, or one night if I can make it further south today. So I'm heading for Bullfinch and then on to Southern Cross. These guys are going to take another track which I will miss out on, and we will catch up with you blokes some other time. Thank you very much, blokes, guys, for...
Good on you, Doug.
All right, thanks guys, and thanks for being on this video. I don't know, we're going to get Merv in here, but he's been on the...